Now, the ACDP is fighting against the vaccination of children against COVID-19. The party has taken the health department to court. It's arguing that giving the Pfizer vaccine to children aged 12 to 17 is not in their best interest. For more on this, I am joined by Zeenat Sujee, an attorney at the social justice organization Section 27. Thank you very much for speaking to us. I know Section 27 came in as a friend of the court because you wanted to be given, the platform to prove to the court that not vaccinating children could result in them, not being given the right to basic education.
Yes, thank you for having me, Ms. Echo. So our intervention has been based on an education rights basis, that if learners are not going to be in adolescence between the ages of 12 and 17, would not be vaccinated, this would result in a scourge of a rapid spread of the virus in schools. We do know that schools in South Africa, we do have a crisis of overcrowding, and with many learners, if you are not going to be vaccinated, this would just increase the spread. So that is some of the arguments that we will be putting forward to the court, as well as a very equality rights-based argument to say that it's mainly your learners who are Black learners living in rural areas that would be most affected.
So what else is the ACDP and all the other organizations, what are they failing to recognize in terms of what you explain? I mean, those are socioeconomic standings that these children didn't ask themselves to find themselves in, right?
Yes, so the ACDP have raised arguments to say that the vaccine would cause myocarditis, and they've put into evidence by very discredited experts from the US and the UK, which explain that, or who are of the view that myocarditis would be an adverse effect of the vaccine. However, the minister has refuted the minister and his experts, that was Professor Abdul Salim Karim, has refuted that evidence, basically saying that it is a very rare occurrence for something like this to happen, and it would be in the best interest of children to have them vaccinated.
You talk about discredited experts. I want to go into this a bit more. The ACDP bringing to court discredited experts in international countries. Do you mean, what exactly do you mean by that?
So most of these experts do not have the necessary qualifications, of epidemiology and of virology as well, and they have not put into evidence as well their qualifications as part of these affidavits.
All right. I find that quite interesting, the fact that they're bringing experts who get there with no qualifications to be able to argue this. So obviously you're hoping that the court will rule in your favor and in turn the children's favor, especially because Section 27 has, for instance, fought for children to be able to access the food supply at schools, and said that during the time of hard lockdown, when these schools were shut down, these children basically had no meals. So this trickles down to other issues, right?
Yes, definitely. So I think that, part of our application was also to show that if we do have, as the fifth wave is on us, and if we have to go into another lockdown, the NSNP will be stopped. Do we want to go back there again if there is a risk of learners actually losing food? So based on the learners' rights to education, to health, to food, these are important rights for us to ensure, for learners, and for us to ensure that learners actually receive the food in schools with the NSNP, and also just to be in a safe environment to learn.